Okay, so it's best to probably have open both the directions as well as the template. You'll have to scroll down to see the template. What's going to end up happening is I'm going to be able to print these out, and when I fold them, I'll be able to make little folding tents. So that's what you're looking at right there is the whites down on the second part. Okay. You also want to make sure you have the website that I said to go to, probably to begin your research. So I decided I was going to take the role of looking at money and currency. I read through this. The part that kind of caught my eye was the part about the different types of like the pound and all that kind of stuff. And so I did some additional research into this most expensive piece, which was called the Fine Sovereign. And I did additional stuff like that and got some more information that helped me with sorts of different things. Okay, so to create my QR code, the first thing I do is I go to qrstuff.com. The default is website URL. I'm going to go down and I'm going to do plain text. This will make it where everything I type in the box will show up when I scan it with the QR code. So I go ahead and put down my what it is that I'm writing about, my Fine Sovereign. And then the next line I'm going to put down circa, and then the year that would be like an accurate way that this thing, the accurate year for this to come from. Circa just means like approximately or around the time of. It is a lowercase c and a lowercase a. And then I'm going to write a description. I'm going to go ahead and just save myself some time and paste in the description from the example. During the reign of Queen Elizabeth, the sovereign was the pound coin. The Fine Sovereign was made for 23 karat gold, also known as angel gold. You will notice, did not plagiarize the website. Went and I paraphrased it, so please make sure that you are not directly just copying and pasting. And then I had to relate it over to Shakespeare. So I did a little bit of additional research, and I found out in order to get to Shakespeare's theater, you had to pay, type it right there, 1 to 6 pennies, depending on the seat. So the fact that this coin is worth 360 pennies probably indicates Shakespeare never even saw a Fine Sovereign in his life. It was for the very, very rich. When I go here, let's just see if we got that. You'll notice the QR code starts populating. Like if I type some more stuff in, it would change ever so little because that's changing the way that the letters are created. So now I have my QR code. I'm going to go download QR code. Open QR code up. If you're using Windows, it might show up in here where you can't really save it in here for some reason. You just go to File, you go to Open With, you can open it in Paint. Then you can go here, you can save as, and we're going to go ahead and just save it as, let's say, Fine Sovereign example. Okay. All right, then I'm going to go into my template. We're going to pretend like this didn't say Fine Sovereign, what it really was. So let's just pretend that this was traditionally a laborer's shoes. And then we would also, leaving the CA dot, we would go ahead and just change it to the appropriate year that it would be from. And then for this guy, the reason why we want to make sure we're saving and not just copying and pasting is we want to be able to right click it and press change picture. You find your changed picture, you press insert. So I left it as red so you could be able to see that it successfully happened. Then I would save this file and I would save it, just save it as a regular Word document, and I want to insert this onto the Edmodo. And then I would take my physical copy of what's going to look like one of these. And I would probably actually do a couple different kinds of Fine Sovereigns, and I would make these. So like just thinking about how I would make these, I could either make them out of something like Model Magic and paint them silver, or I could print out pictures of a sovereign. Probably this one's the best. Pictures of a sovereign, and then put it on cardboard on each side and like paint the edges so it really looks like a sovereign. And so I'd bring both in my sovereigns as well as I would submit the Word document that had it on it, and that's it. It's going to be hopefully a pretty cool little museum that we have set up with your extra credit. Please, if you have any questions, make sure to rewatch the video. Make sure you are still going through all of this information because you want to make sure that you're getting it right. If we are not connecting our artifact back to Shakespeare, you get no credit. So you've got to make sure that you're doing that. Even if it's a hypothetical, like the fact that Shakespeare probably did not see this as a coin. It would kind of be like having a $100,000 bill. Nowadays, we wouldn't really have those laying around unless you were extremely rich. So that is that. Please don't forget to get your thing approved by me.